U.S. President Joe Biden announced a $325 million fresh military package to Ukraine on Thursday, following his meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House.
Today, I approve the next tranche of U.S. security assistance to Ukraine, including more artillery, more ammunition, more anti-tank weapons,
And next week, Washington is set to send the very first delivery of Abrams tanks, one of the most powerful ground weapons in the U.S. arsenal.
Ukraine's President Zelensky has arrived in Canada on an unannounced visit. He's been greeted in Ottawa by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, whose government has pledged support throughout the war. Mr. Zelensky will hold formal talks with his counterpart before giving a speech to the Canadian Parliament.
Tonight, concern and desperation growing in cities across the southern border. Officials telling ABC News preliminary numbers show Border Patrol apprehended nearly 9,000 migrants at the border Wednesday, numbers not seen since the spring. Overnight, the Biden administration announcing 800 active duty Department of Defense personnel now deploying to the border to expand migrant holding facilities and assist in deportations. The situation is dire and for some deadly. In Eagle Pass, Texas, where 2,500 migrants crossed on Wednesday, authorities today finding the body of a man in the Rio Grande River just hours after a 3-year-old boy was swept away and killed.
Regional lawmakers in Germany are calling on the government to get a grip on what they call uncontrolled irregular migration. So far this year, more than 14,000 people entered Germany illegally via the border with Poland. Local authorities say reception centers cannot cope with the pressure. Local lawmakers want Berlin to set up permanent border checks.
The Crown Prosecution Service here in the UK has announced that it's authorised charges of spying charges against 5 Bulgarians who are living in the UK. It's 3 men and 2 women. 3 of these defendants were charged earlier in the year with possessing a fake identity document, that's passports and other identity documents for 9 different countries. And at that point, we revealed this last month, that they were suspected of spying for Russia.
The diplomatic rift between India and Canada continues to grow, with the Indian government announcing on Thursday the suspension of all new visas to Canadians. New Delhi has also ordered Ottawa to reduce its diplomatic staff in India. These political reprisals come after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau earlier this week accused India of being involved in the death of a Sikh activist on his country's soil. Trudeau has asked for the Indian government's cooperation in the investigation.